good, everybody? Welcome back to Us Boxing. We back with another one. We got these new WBO rankings that just came out for the month of March. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get down with it. We're going to go through each division, cover all the stuff like that. Y'all know. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. If you guys can follow me on my social media if you have one, Twitter, Instagram, and you can tap in with the website for sure. So we're going to get into it, man. Do a little screen share. So the WBO rankings comes out around the second or the third week of the month. You know what I'm saying? So kind of early this month, to be honest, but it's all good, though. We still tapped in with it for sure. My man, Gregory Carmike, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. The fight tomorrow. I'll be at the weigh-in tomorrow. I'll be at the weigh-in tomorrow. The weigh-in is at 12. And then they're gonna open up the doors at 12 for the weigh-ins, open to the public, and then 1 o'clock is gonna start. But yeah, I'll be at the fight on Saturday though, for sure. I got you. Yes, sir. Hit me up. Yo, Daddy, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So we're gonna get into it, man. Heavyweight division. We already know what we're waiting for. Usyk and Fury, undisputed clash. We haven't had undisputed heavyweight since they just had an anniversary of the first Lewis and Holyfield fight, like 25 years ago. Crazy shit. We ain't had undisputed since then. They fought twice that year too. So Usyk and Fury, May 18th. Joseph Parker is the WBO interim champion. He just beat Zilli Zane, took that belt from him, and those guys got a rematch clause. So honestly, I don't really care about saying a rematch, but I guess it's cool though. Okay, Saturday, yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, I'll be up there for sure. So I mean, Parker is on a nice little winning streak though since losing to Joe Joyce. You got Frank Sanchez in there. Him and Jake Cavier was a fight for the WBC Eliminator. Jared Anderson is fighting April 13th. His opponent just came into the new WBO rankings right here, Ryan Mary. So that's his opponent on the 13th of April. He came in number 14. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be, they fighting for Jared Anderson's international title. So we'll see if that can put him in the top 3 after a win. So, you know what I'm saying? CIP Bud in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I see you in the comments too, man. I appreciate you, bro. Salute to you. Going down these rankings, there's some good names in these rankings for real. Herkovic is the IBF mandatory. Fabio Worley is fighting March 31st against Frazier Clark. That's gonna be a good fight. You got Daniel Dubois, Cabiel, Justice Huney, who's coming off a good victory over Kevin Lorenia, so he got a top 10 ranking. Jermaine Franklin, another good one, another good name. FA is fighting on Jared Anderson's undercard on the 13th. He's facing Guido Vanello. We got Wilder, Bacoli. You got the Olympic gold medalist. So this is actually 1 through 15, probably one of the best rankings that you can really ask for. You may can slide people here and there, but actually 1 through 15 is not a bad ranking for sure. So we'll see if the rest of the guys that don't have a fight date can actually get one coming up. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're moving on. Cruiserweight. So WBO calls it the junior heavyweight. So they got Chris Bellin-Smith. He's going to face Richard Rapport. Actually, those guys, it's interesting because they're on the same side, same promoter and everything. And they went to press bid. And I think they passed their deadline for negotiations. So that should be an easy fight to make. It's a rematch. Rapport beat Chris Bellin-Smith back in 2019. So they can run it back. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, Ryan Rositzky. He's fighting for the WBC title. He's facing McKayla for the WBC title coming up. Yeah, Callum Johnson just came out of retirement. He fighting at cruiserweight, so he number 6. That's what's up. So yeah, we'll see. Cruiserweight it's like the stepchild division. These guys fight each other, can gain more interest for the fans, for sure. Let me see. My man JC in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What's good, bro? Yeah, he went down to 15. Yeah, I think he actually going to campaign at Bridgerweight, from what I heard. So that just is, I don't know what that ranking means. I guess they're just keeping him there for the time being. Steph in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So light heavyweight, we got the big fight coming for Turbiev and Bivol, undisputed, June the 1st. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait for that. That's in Saudi. But Waxy is number 1 for the WBO. He's number 1 in the WBO, WBC, and WBA. So yeah, but Waxy doing some good things. I actually think it's his birthday or some shit today. Volchik is facing Benavidez coming up. Look like June. So Benavidez and Volchik is going to be for the WBC interim title, and they would be the mandatory for Beterbiev and Bivol winner. So that's what's up. Anthony Yarde is still a good player. I would love to see Anthony Yarde and Bawaxi. That'd be a good one. And Smilov up in there. Let me see. Conor Wallace, number 10. He's fighting on the zone on March 17th down in Australia. It's going to be early in the morning, though. You know what I'm saying? We guys want to catch it. He said I'm leaning towards Beterbiev. Yeah, I got Beterbiev right now. I got him. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a good fight, though. It's kind of 50-50. Override in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What's good? So yeah, man, we waiting to see what's gonna happen with the undisputed fight. You know, those guys. I think they're supposed to have 2 fights, so more than likely the titles will get vacated. You know, y'all know how it be with these undisputed titles. Number 12, Zach Parker is fighting this weekend on ESPN Plus in the UK. So that's what's up. He got a world ranking at 175. So that's an easy fight to make between Zach Parker and Anthony Yarde. I feel like that's something they can do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a Queensberry fight. So that's what it is. Keep it moving. Super middleweight, Canelo undisputed. He got Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is the mandatory too, y'all. He's the WBO mandatory. So yeah. Just in case anybody want to know. But yeah, that fight coming up May the 4th. I think it's gonna be a fun fight. Actually, I ain't really mad at it. Of course, we want Benavidez, but Munguia, Munguia can fight. He gonna come to fight too. You got Pacheco. He's coming back April the 6th. He got a solid opponent, Sean McCalvin. So that's a solid guy. I like Bivol. Yeah, that's gonna be Bivol can win the fight. But I think Beterbiev is on something different right now. But we'll see, though. That's the best thing about boxing. They got to figure that shit out in the ring. So Pacheco is back April the 6th. Bayanza is back April the 11th. I ain't going to lie. If those guys win, that's a good fight. 2 versus 3. That actually makes sense. So Bayanza is not going to face Christian and Billy. Those guys are stable mates. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaning towards Munguia. Is Munguia going to fight? It's on PBC. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. PBC is doing the card. It's a co-promotion, but it's a PBC event. But he's with Golden Boy. They just made the fight. You got Christian and Billy. He just signed with Top Rank. Berlanga. This is not a bad one either. Beck the Bully. Kevin Saljo. I want to see him Billy versus Saljo. That's going to be crazy. Vladimir Shishkin. I don't know if you guys seen recently. He been sparring Benavidez. Benavidez been giving him that work too. But he's fighting March 28th. He got a little comeback fight. He been on the ring for almost 2 years. So he's number 2 in the IBF. He got a good world ranking. We have a new entry, Emmanuel Aline. He just had a fight recently in Virginia. Got the victory. He got like a couple of wins in a row. So they got him number 14. Maybe they put him in position to get a fight against one of these guys above him. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's 50-50. Those guys' styles. I favor Beterbiev because I feel like he probably ain't the better boxer, but he's just as good. He can box too, and he punching. So, and he just kind of, I don't know. He's got this aura about him that I think gonna take him to victory. And he ain't never really had like a big fight like this, so I think he's gonna rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? But Bivol can box. I mean, he nice. 160. So Janabek is a unified champion, WBO, IBF. Not sure if he has a mandatory, but Hamza Shiraz is number one. Y'all seen those guys facing off last week in Saudi. That would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I like Hamza Shiraz. He bring a threat because he a tall, rangy puncher. Janibek is a technician, good puncher himself. So if they can make that fight, I'll take it. Chris Eubank. So it is talks with him and Bud Crawford. Now we're going to see if they're going to actually do that fight. But it is talks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. So we'll see. And plus be at 160 too. I'm not sure if it's I just think it's just I don't know. To me, it's not a bad fight, but it's not what I really want. Yeah, they working on it. They in talks. They in talks now. I don't know if it's done yet, but they in talks. We got Shane Mosley Jr., Nathan Haney. He's fighting this weekend on that UK show. We're supposed to have the prize fighter card for the middleweight division, a tournament, but they canceled that shit for March 31st. Number 7, this kid right here, he was supposed to be in that shit, but he's not on there. No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one though. Let me see who else got something coming at 160. Elijah Garcia is fighting on March 30th. He got Kyron Davis. That's a good fight. That's on the Tim Tszyu and Thurman card. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they got a card coming up April 27th. Jesse Hart gonna be on that card. Yes, sir. 154. So we got Tim Tszyu and we got Tim Tszyu and we got Keith Thurman coming up. It's not for the title. It really is if you really look at it. Tanya Brewer in the super chat. Appreciate it. Just want to support. I appreciate that. Salute to you. Thank you so much. So Tim Tszyu and Thurman. It's interesting because it's a catchweight 155. If Tim Tszyu loses, the belt becomes vacant. So he really defended his title, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's just a long way around. You know, it's a crazy way just to say he defended his title. But, you know, if Thurman is like he used to be, you know what I'm saying? He can do some things in this fight against Tim Tszyu. But I'm going to go with Tim Tszyu because he's active. He's in his prime right now. He's hungry. And, you know, Thurman, you know, he just been inactive. I'm just saying. I don't know. I just got to go with what makes sense, and that's Tim Tszyu. But we'll see. Prove me wrong. Number 1, no title on the line. No title on the line. It's a catchweight 155. The WBO wouldn't sanction the fight because Keith Thurman been on the ring for like 2 years. They was trying to, but they won't sanction the fight, which makes sense too. Number 1, you got Josh Kelly. So he's in position to fight eventually Tim Tszyu. If Tim Tszyu keep the title, he'll become the mandatory. If the title becomes vacant, it becomes tricky because Bud Crawford can slide up in there and use his super champion status and fight for the vacant title. You know what I'm saying? Or if Bud doing something else, they may order 1 versus 2. You never know. Xander Zayas is right there. He's he was top ranked, so he's fighting in June. He's supposed to face Patrick Teixeira, number 6. Teixeira is fighting this weekend in Brazil, a stay busy fight. If he wins, he's gonna fight Xander in June. So Xander can creep up to number 1 or number 2. He's with top rank. Y'all know how they get down with the WBO. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I be in the building. What's good with you, bro? Tim is defense. Yeah. Nah, he's nice. He doing some good things. I mean, you can, but the WBO, is that a catchweight because the WBO would not sanction the fight. That's why it's at a catchweight. If they would have sanctioned it, then they could have fought. We had fights before that been at catchweights and still had titles on the line. Canelo did 155. Canelo wait forever. Cotto used to do it. Cotto, he fought a catchweight for the middleweight title at 156 against Sergio Martinez. So you can do catchweight for the title, but not in this situation because the WBO won't sanction Keith Thurman. Martin Nash in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. All right, let me see. Keep going down. Takashi anyway got a fight coming up. Talk about Teixeira and Zayas. Virgil Ortiz will be back April 27th. They're looking for an opponent for him. Virgil is number 3 in the WBA. He'll probably be number 1 once the new rankings come out. And he'll get Madrimov. That'll be a crazy fight too. So he got, Virgil's in a good position. Goucher and Mendoza. Goucher versus Mendoza feel like a PBC fight. I don't know if they're gonna make it, but it just feels like a PBC fight. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. They got Cordell Booker up in there. Adriel Holmes coming off a good victory. Jesus Ramos. So you got some solid guys in there. Y'all ready to smoke? What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yes, sir. We'll keep it moving. Scroll down. 147. So we know Terrence Crawford still got the 3 belts. He's the super champion in the WBO, so he can kind of maneuver around. We all know he ain't fighting at 47 anymore. So, Giovanni Santillan is number 1. Giovanni Santillan has a fight date May the 18th in San Diego on Navarrete's undercard. So we'll see who he fight because he's next in line. And you know how top rank get down. I can see him versus number 6, Derek Cuevas, because Derek Cuevas been fighting on ESPN Plus down in Panama. It's a reason why they be showing these off-brand cards. It's a reason. Normally, they probably just giving these guys dates and exposure to eventually bring their fighter over to fight on top rank. They done that shit before. Robert Brown, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Let me see. They got Karen at number 6. We got a new entry though, number 8, Suleiman Sissoko. So Sissoko, I think he's like number 3 or number 4 in the WBC. He's with Matchroom. So him coming in these new rankings, we'll see. It's always interesting to see guys just pop into the rankings, like what they got going on. And he was going down the WBC route for a long time. Brian Norman Jr. So they trying to run that fight back he just had with Boca Chica. They trying to run that back on the Xander Zayas undercard. We're gonna see if they actually make it happen because both guys had cuts and all that shit. But that fight was heating up. I would like to see how that would have turned out. Yeah, it is though, right? You know what I'm saying? If they had some fight dates, they can definitely feel like a nice little undercard fight for sure. So yeah, Alexis Rocha will be back March the 30th on Zerto's undercard. Ethan James is fighting this weekend on that Joe Joyce card. So yeah, 140. Teofimo, we waiting for an opponent for him. I don't know who he gonna fight, honestly. Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Salute. I heard he had a date like in June. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Amazon Prime. Let's get it. I heard Teofimo had a fight date in June. And I don't know. I don't know who he gonna fight because there's really not a lot of options, bro. He said Amazon at the drink. Both on fire, yo. Okay, what Ryan talking about? I don't gotta go back to the beginning. That's all good, bro. I appreciate you. So we're gonna see who he picked. If I was guessing though, I'm thinking he gonna face Steve Claggett though. You know what I'm saying? Mendoza, nah, he's not with Samson. Nah, he ain't with Samson. Fondora's with Samson. That's who he beat up. Ryan Garcia, yeah, Jose Ramirez. Yeah, Jose Ramirez and Virgil Ortiz are tag teaming on the same card. They're gonna fight on the same card in Fresno, April 27th. Jose Ramirez, they're trying to do Lipinets or Rancis. Give me Lipinets. That's a better fight. So we're gonna see, man. On the Barbosa, you know what I'm saying? He's in the dugout waiting for Ryan Garcia to pull out. He's on the undercard. So I haven't heard about his opponent. I can't expect it to be nothing too crazy because he's, he waiting, he warming up. So we're going to see. I talked about Ramirez. He'll be back on the 27th, April 27th. Richardson Hitchens, he fighting the IBF final eliminator. So Matchroom just signed Matisse. Matisse is going to fight Paro June the 15th. If Hitchens win, that's a fight right there. He can get his first world title fight. Sandor Martin is the mandatory for Devin Haney. He took step aside again. That's the second time for y'all keeping track at home. He took it in December to allow the Prograis fight, and then he taking it again to allow Ryan Garcia. He just signed with Top Rank, so I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Keep him busy, give him a fight, have him fight around the same date. Probably against nobody too crazy. Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, that fight got postponed. Supposed to have been April 27th, got postponed to May the 25th. So I don't know if Josh Taylor he pulled out with an eye injury. You got Elvis up in there. I like Elvis. Let me see. We got something coming. I think that's it. Oh, Steve Claggett has something coming. I think in April the 11th. Yeah, but he's back though. He's back. Yes, sir. Getting his mix with someone else. Yeah. Samson got front door. Okay, I appreciate you, bro. He did his thing. Yeah. He can get back to it. I like Paro in the fight. Who you got in a rematch? Man, probably Jack Catterall. He got less wear and tear. 135. So we have a vacant title. So Dennis Barancek and Emmanuel Navarrete gonna fight for that. So that's looking like May 18th in San Diego. So they should be announcing that pretty soon. Williams Zepeda is facing Maxie Hughes this weekend. That's an important fight. That's an IBF and WBA eliminator. Frank Martin got Tank Davis fight. That's what's up. Ray Mortala is fighting March 29th. So he's in a good position too. I actually want to see him versus Shakur. But it's tricky how that shit gonna play out though. Because it's tricky. It's tricky. I gotta talk about that in another video. But I got some thoughts on that. Keyshawn is climbing up too. Zor Adelev, that's another one. He's been on a nice road after losing to Devin Haney in 2019. Some good wins. Let me see. De Los Santos. So yeah, you got some good names right here too. Sam Noakes is a knockout puncher in the UK. He just had a nice knockout recently. He's with Queensberry, so yeah, I like him. Andy Cruz down there. So yeah, this is a solid one at 135. Sandor the Boogeyman. Let's see what Top Rank gonna do for him. For sure. Because he probably a possibility to get Teofimo, the running back, right? If he don't get Devin. Alright. 130. So Navarrete is the champion. So Navarrete would probably hold on to that belt to the last second. After he fight Barancek, win or lose, he got 10 days to make an announcement to which division he want to campaign in. He can either stay at 35 or he can go back to 30 and defend his title. So he ain't coming back to 30. We already know. So if that's the case, Albert Bell will fight for the title. He first in line. Liam Wilson is facing Valdez. I think it depends who wins, who gonna face Albert Bell. I think if Valdez win, I think he'll probably fight O'Shaquie Foster. Just being honest, because I think Bell is Bell is not with Top Rank, so it might be a trickier fight to make. He can already make a fight with Foster. I think those guys are in the works to make that fight anyway. So Liam Wilson, if he wins, I can see him fighting for the vacant WBO. I can see that. Because he's with Team Zoo. They run to the smoke. Those guys in that camp and promotion team, they run to the smoke. Andres Cortez, so he's the interesting one. He was number 15, and he jumped up all the way up to number 3. I feel like if the title becomes vacant, I think he's going to get an opportunity at the title before, you know what I'm saying? If let's say Valdez win, I think if Valdez win, he's going to Foster. And that would leave a way for Cortez. He'll move up a spot. Cortez versus Bell. And I got my reasons for that shit, the way I be thinking about it, but that's for another day. Somebody got to remind me later if it's that important. Will he ever get a shot? I mean, sure, you can say that about any of them guys. I mean, he just got on the scene. You just started noticing him. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he been in that position for like 4 or 5 years. He just got there. And those guys got teams too. They try to do maneuver certain ways as well. So I think he'll get his opportunity, but will he ever get his shot? That's like an indication like he been waiting forever. He ain't been waiting forever. He just got there. Who's Tevin Farmer? Who's that former with? Um, he's Dolo. He's doing shit by his. He's running his own shit. But yeah, he got rankings in the IBF and WBO. So yeah, we'll see if we can parlay that shit to some. You know what I'm saying? Valdez got a lot of miles for sure. We're gonna see how much he got left. Running down these rankings, Lee Wood gonna run it back with Warrington, probably June. Henry LeBron is fighting for. He facing Charlie Suarez for IBF Eliminator, April 13th. Jamel Herring's fighting like April the 4th down in Australia. And he got an opportunity to creep up in there. Tevin Farmer. So this, they got some former world champions in these rankings. Maxayo, Tevin Farmer, Jamel Herring, Lee Wood. So that's a good ranking though, for sure. Let me rephrase that. 135. He's right. I mean, he's in a good position. He's number 2 in the WBC. Top 10 in the top. I think top 5 in the WBO. His time gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gonna be Keyshawn or he's more ahead of Keyshawn in my eyes to probably get the Shakur fight instead of fighting Keyshawn. The fight probably gonna happen. Those guys got time. I know you on that side that don't fuck with Shakur and Keyshawn, so I'm letting you know it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Tyler is in a great position. He's staying busy, fighting in March. He wins. He'll probably be number 1 for Shakur, and eventually he's gonna get his opportunity. For sure. He can fight too. For sure. Make sure you lock in for his fight coming up on March 29th. He's facing the African kid that Arnold Barbosa just beat up. And he had an opponent fall out last minute too. 126, we got the champion Rafael Espinoza. So he posted. It was talks about him and Robesi running it back, but they didn't have a rematch clause. So he may do something else. If he gonna do something else, let's do unification with Luis Alberto Lopez. I'll take that. That'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if he gives Robesi a rematch, then that was a fun fight at first. The first fight was good. Bruce Carrington, number 5. He creeping up there. I won't be surprised if he get a world title shot. You know what I'm saying? I'll remind you on another live about the Valdez matchup. In my opinion, it gets pummeled by Vargas. Yeah, we're gonna see. But that's what they moving towards. But they got options though, because Valdez is the big name, and we'll see. Let me see. Bruce Carrington, he moving up the rankings, bro. Yes, sir. He gonna be getting a world title shot soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if he get Espinoza. If he gonna do a voluntary, but we'll see. Espinoza not with top rank, so he might just go to Mexico, just have a fight and come back. So yeah, 122. So anyway, it's gonna face Neri Undisputed. That's his WBC mandatory. Sam Goodman is number 1 in the WBO and IBF. He just had a knockout victory the other day in Australia. So they trying to get the fight later this year in Australia against Anyway if he wins. And then take a look at the rankings. Elijah Pierce is fighting March 29th. Brad Strand and Dennis McCann, they're going to fight each other this weekend on that UK card. So, yeah. I wanted to see the rematch. Yeah, that's cool. We'll see. They all got a rematch clause. They ain't obligated to make that fight. So, my man can move on. You know what I'm saying? He can move on. Can't wait. Yeah, Shushu. Yeah, Shushu, nice. Yeah, he getting there now because he came in number 13, then he jumped to number 6, now he number 5, Tokyo Dome. You think Anyway going to pack out? Yeah, he gonna pack that out. Yes, sir. Yeah, they gonna go crazy. That's a good move right there. 118. So Jason Maloney, he got some smoke. He's fighting on the undercard of Anyway. He's on the undercard. Yeah, he got stopped. Yeah. Oh, it worked? Okay, that's what's up, bro. For sure. Yeah, I seen that. 8th round stoppage. Jason Maloney is facing number 5, Takachi. Yoshika Takaki. This kid, Takaki, he's a former... Damn, he did another sport. I think he was a kickboxer. Last month, he was number 10. That dude jumped all the way up to number 5. So Jason Maloney gonna fight him on the anyway undercard in May. Raymond Gaballo supposed to be the mandatory, but I think they giving Maloney one voluntary defense, and then he may have to do that fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up. 115, we got a new champion, Kosei Tanaka. Look, interesting though, because Andrew Maloney is number one. He should be the mandatory coming up. He was supposed to face Carlos Quadras on Lomachenko and Kambosa's card. Quadras just pulled out the fight with Achilles injury. So if they can throw some money at Tanaka, to get Tanaka, that'd be straight. If not, I don't know what they're gonna do for Andrew Maloney and get him an opportunity to stay on the card. You know what I'm saying? He was a kickboxer. Okay. Nah, that ain't him. The one that you talking about is number 11, Tension. That's the one who fought. That's the one who boxed Floyd Mayweather. That's him, number 11. He got like 3 or 4 fights as a boxer. 112, you got Jesse Van Rodriguez is the current unified champion at 112. He got the WBO and IBF. He's moving back up to 115 to face Estrada June 29th in Arizona. So yeah, Bam is doing big things. So he gonna vacate these titles. So it'll leave number 1 versus number 2. My man Anthony Esquaga, I know he lost to Jerry last year, but he moved up like 5 or 6 spots to number 2. So if the title becomes vacant, it can be number 1 versus number 2, or you have the WBO champion at 108, Bamba Gonzalez. He talking about moving up to 112. He can jump in and get either 1 or number 2 and fight for the vacant title. So it's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. That shit is crazy. Yes, sir. So we're gonna see what's up with that. Bam, how quick Bam vacate those titles. 108. So just spoke on Bamba Gonzalez. He just fought on Jake Paul's undercard recently. He fought the kid Santiago. That fight was hard that shit was hard to score. For real. That shit was hard to score, but he got the victory. He said post-fight that he thinking about moving up. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to unify with Kenshiro. If he stay, for one more fight, the Kenshiro fight makes sense. The Ganji just won his IBF back. He got a mandatory obligation, so it's not gonna be him. So we're gonna see if he moves up or he stay in 108 to defend his title. But I think he's gonna move up. And then last one, 105, Oscar Collazo is the champion. Y'all can expect Collazo back like June the 7th on a Golden Boy card. It'll probably be in Verona, New York for the Hall of Fame weekend. So they normally do a fight card that week, that Friday before the Hall of Fame festivities and shit. So Luis Collazo will be headlining that. He's going to face number 11, Gerardo Zepeda, who just came into the new rankings. So there you go. So if you guys follow Oscar Collazo's career, there you go. So that's his next fight date. I was thinking he was gonna get on the Ryan and Haney's undercard in Brooklyn because he's Puerto Rican, but they're gonna do something else for him. So that's what's up. I like Collazo. He said Bam campaign at 115 or 1. I think he's gonna stay now because he got some big fights ahead of him, and if he stay, he can probably shoot. I think right now he probably going for the biggest fights, yo. Whatever the biggest fights are. So if it's at 18, I can see him moving up to 18. If he campaigned at 15, he can clear that out. And if he clear that out, shoot. Like, if he beat Estrada, Ioka, Tanaka, and the Fernando Martinez kid, yo, yeah, that's a pound for pound resume right there for Bam Rodriguez. He already on the list, but that's a hell of a resume to beat those small guys. Clarence from Clay in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. He said, throw that Pete Rock CL smooth. Yes, sir. Salute to you, bro. So yeah, man, those the rankings right there, man. Y'all can go to their website and tap in with it if you guys want to stay up to date. But WBO, I think actually if I had to rank the sanctioned bodies, I think WBO is the best sanctioned body. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no crazy rules. They don't really go back on their shit, and they give champions that's been long reigning WBO champions. They give them opportunities over other guys. Some people may not like that, but I actually think it's cool because if you've been rocking like Navarrete, he won 3 belts, 3 WBO belts, defending them junks and everything, right? From 22 to 130. So he get the first opportunity to fight for a vacant title at 130. Same thing with Bud and whoever else, Canelo. I think that's cool in a sense, especially if we can get some big fights. You know what I'm saying? If guys, like, let's say Teofimo, if it was a perfect world, and let's say Crawford was going to stay at 47, he could use his super champion status to go try to challenge Terrence Crawford. And that would be kind of a super fight. You know what I'm saying? The 140 champion versus the 147 champion. That shit happened in history before. You feel me? They are quick to strip if you don't fight your mandatory. That's more so the IBF, though. The WBO, not so much. They'll strip you, but they'll give you a little leeway. They'll strip you for inactivity, like they did Andrade. But the IBF is like that. IBF will strip you. As soon as you win the IBF, you on the clock. But the WBO a little bit lenient. You know what I'm saying? They ain't too strict on that. And they don't have too many interim titles either. That's another good thing. Now, Joseph Parker, to my knowledge, is the only interim WBO champion. And that was because Joe Joyce was initially the WBO interim champion because he's supposed to get the Usyk fight. But they wanted to make the bigger fights with AJ and then with Fury now. So that interim title kind of been tossed around from Joyce to Zayn down to Parker. So I ain't really mad at it because, you know, those guys can still defend it and it's not going to get in the way of the big fights that we want. So maybe we know Herkovic is next in line in the order. So if it's a perfect world, the winner of Undisputed will face Herkovic, and then the next mandatory would be Joe Parker. You know what I'm saying? So he can still defend that shit. And we'll know he's a mandatory. So that's good though, because like in the WBA, they have like an interim champion. They have a regular champion. You know, you remember they used to have all that crazy shit. I think the WBC got a bunch of interim champions. Carlos Adames, David Benavidez, Brandon Figueroa. Like, that's a bunch. Those, I think it's cool to be an interim champion, but if you're going to order the fight, then order the fight. They're just holding the belt, holding the status. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know what? I was thinking. I meant to say Bob Santos. Yeah, Bob Santos. Is he with Mendoza? I think Mendoza's with Ismael Salas. He's with Ismael Salas. Oh, you said that. Oh, hold on. No, I think Mendoza's with Salas. Yeah, I was thinking the Zoo. Yeah, that situation. Zoo Charlo. Yeah. See, that one right there, Charlo, he the one, he knew what was coming because Tim Tszyu been mandatory for a minute. I think Tim Tszyu was Castano's mandatory. So he been in the mix for a minute. So yeah. Yeah, they want what they want, broken promises. The WBA has a champion for every fight. Yeah, ain't nobody talk about when Ryan Garcia won the WBO gold title. Nobody said shit about that shit since. But it's all good. But yeah, man, these are the WBO rankings. I mean, if you guys want to tap in with it on your own time, feel free. Go to their website. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. If you wanted to tap in with it. They also have a women's rankings as well. I've been keeping up with them as well, but they don't really have a lot of crazy shit happening, you know what I'm saying, for them. So it ain't really too, I don't really need to do a live on that. But I be still checking in on it though, for sure. So I encourage everybody to get tapped in with the rankings. You don't gotta be no expert, nothing like that. Never ask for that. But just to see little stuff, little subtle stuff. Because sometimes shit happens. Like, let me go back real quick, and I'm gonna close it out. Something real subtle that they do, and we might not catch on to it. Like, for example, at the heavyweight division, Ryan Murray is about to face Jared Anderson. He ain't done nothing at the heavyweight division. He beat Tony Yoka. Nobody's really high on Tony Yoka. So they gave him number 14. They gave him a modest ranking. They ain't have him come in top 5. You know what I'm saying? They gave him 14, the modest ranking. I guess they giving credit to that Yoka win. So that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? And it just put these guys in position to move up. Because if you peep game, Jared Anderson can be number 1 pretty soon, depending on what the guys in front of him do. Frank Sanchez going down the WC route, so he might slide. Zane, he's number 2, but Jared Anderson can likely surpass him with his next victory. He has the international title. So just real briefly, the international title is like the second, or I guess you can say right behind the world title. I mean, I guess you can say the interim title. So world title, interim title, international. They don't have a lot of interim titles, so the international title is like the highest rated title, and that's a regional title. So you get that, you defend that a couple of times, it gets you a top 5 ranking, and then if you keep defending, he probably be top 2. I can see him being number 2 after the victory over Mary. So that's just little instance on how the business of boxing be working. When you see these guys winning all these regional titles, like Shushu, he was strapped up with a bunch of popcorn belts. Those shits mean something. I used to laugh at them, but they mean something because those guys moving up the rankings and shit. So it helps them out. You know what I'm saying? It's what's your reaction to Zane and Parker going at it? I thought Parker boxed well. He shut down a lot of Zane's moments. I know he had 2 big moments when he dropped them. But other than that, Parker boxed well. You won't break down the women's ever. I mean, shoot. If you ask me a question in person this weekend, I'll break it down for you. But on here, it's not a lot of shit going on with the women, honestly, because you'll have in the rankings, you'll have like 2 or 3 ladies that's potentially gonna fight everybody else. It probably ain't no chance because the ladies that rank in the WBO or any of these sanctioned bodies, I'll show you an example. Most of these ladies, they don't have big time promoters. So it's like they in the rankings, but are they gonna really get an opportunity? You know what I'm saying? No. In most cases, because they don't got the money to bring the big fights over there, stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to break it down. You know what I'm saying? He said I'm up decent. He said I'm up decent amount of faith in Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka might. Yeah, nah, he can't make cruiserweight, bro. He can't make cruiserweight. So look at this. They got the heavyweight division. Y'all don't know these ladies. What promoters they with? Y'all don't know. 168. So Savannah is still the champion. It's good names right there. They only got 10 ladies to rank. But I would like to see Raquel Miller versus Shadeja Green, or Shadeja Green already fought Curry. She beat Cedarus, and she beat Lopez. So it's like, will Raquel Miller go fight Shadeja Green for pennies on the dollar? I don't think the lady's gonna fight. Look at Carissa Shields, 160. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 ladies rated. This is why I don't really do it. I pay attention, but I don't really do it. Carissa can mess around fighting Africa against her mandatory right here. And nobody ever heard of her. She got like 8 losses, 13-8. So as you go down, though, you'll see the rankings fill out a little bit more. Look at 154. So they got 10. And Makuza is the unified champion. You see, Cecilia is number one, so that's a fight that can happen. But who gonna pay for it? You know what I'm saying? So if I'm breaking it down, I'm like, shit, is it possible to happen or not? Because Cecilia, she's not with Matchroom no more. She 43 years old, about to be 43 this year. Who gonna pay for her fights? Unless she brought in as an opponent. Emma Kuza is with Queensberry. They got options on her, but what they gonna do with her? You know what I'm saying? And you going down the line. Going down the line. Sandy Ryan's about to fight Terry Harper coming up next week. That's a good fight. You got Lauren Price going to fight for the WBA in the Ring Magazine against McCaskill. So I can break it down all day, but it's like, stuff going to happen? Because Sandy Ryan got a big promoter. What about the number one contender? Because Sandy Ryan, they denied Sandy Ryan getting a rematch with McCaskill because they said they both had mandatories. But Sandy Ryan ain't fighting her mandatory. She about to fight Terry Harper. So what about this lady right here? Where's she gonna get an opportunity? She don't got a big promoter, so not never. Now Lauren Price got a big promoter, a big platform. Michaela Mayer, O'Shea Jones. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why, because there's too much of that shit right there. I can go on down the line. It's gonna be the same stuff, same shit. Now I know Alicia Baumgartner is gonna face Delphine Persoon. Stay tuned tomorrow because they have a purse bid. So we're gonna see what happens with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm tapped in with it, but you know what I'm saying. I can't really break it down all the way because most of those fights not gonna happen. They say y'all don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know half of them. You see what I'm saying? So imagine me talking about this shit and there's only two girls to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, though. If you want to tap in with it, though, feel free. You know what I'm saying? I learn something new every day. Every time I go to the rankings, I learn some new shit. So it never stopped me from learning. It's just, is it worth really breaking down? Yeah, she's still with Matchroom. She's still with Matchroom. She haven't left. I think she just signed. She signed a multi-fight deal before her last fight. So yeah, she's still with them. So we're gonna see. But I'm gonna close it out, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Hopefully everybody got something from this, man. I appreciate it. It was fun talking about this shit. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Twitter at OverJ, Instagram LDubsBoxing. Tap into the website. You got the schedule. You got little articles and stuff, man. Feel free to tap in, bro. Hit me behind the scenes if you need to. It's all good. Yes, sir, man. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you coming by. Yes, sir. Salute to everybody coming through, man. That's my time, and I'm out.